To wear a KAL or not, but
Oh, yes. Look at that.
there we go.
Perfect. Wendy, how are you doing? Oh, maybe Wendy can't hear our audio yet. Wendy, can you hear us? Maybe not. And Gwen's got a soul warmer on.
I
So
do.
pretty. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun getting all these emails and soul warmers, and everyone's so unique, and it's just incredible to see all these yarns showcased so beautifully. We'll wait for a few minutes for folks to pop on. Ooh, Teresa's coming. How's everybody's weather these days?
It's raining here in Plattekill, New York.
We're just having a, what did you say, Linda?
Was going to say 62 and sunny in Alabama.
Oh,
Nice.
I don't know that I remember what the sun looks like. I mean, people keep talking about this eclipse. I'm like, will I notice anything? No, because I feel like I never see the sun anyway. Yeah, we have a fine drizzle right now. Not fun. Hi, Teresa.
Hi.
Great to see you.
It's raining in Pine Bush, New York, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what the sun, we only get glimpses of the sun.
Yeah. Kind of shocking when it comes on strong. Feel like a little
What is
mold. Mm-hmm. Hi there, Leslie. Good to see you.
Hello.
Hi, Heidi. How's it going? It's been a little while since we've seen you on a Zoom.
I missed last week because it was at 1 or something, and I forgot, and I came in at 5 and meeting, and but anyway, I got my thing almost done.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, wow. Okay, so hold on. You just keep holding it up for us. I'm gonna spotlight you so that everybody can see that beautiful cowl. Oh my gosh.
Almost done.
Wow, so beautiful.
I love the colors.
You picked a great. Now that was the set. Was that the fade set? The Find or Fall in Love fade?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh my God, I love it.
I have like 3 more rows to do.
Bravo. Gorgeous use of your colors. I love how that looks. So beautiful. So glad you joined us for this.
I know, it was fun. And I like that you're doing different things all along. Oh, the whole day.
That is absolutely the beauty. Say it again.
It was not monotonous.
Yes, exactly. That was the joy. Yeah. Great. Well, does anybody else want to do a little spotlight show and tell of your finish before we dive into our slideshow showcase?
I'll share mine.
Teresa, yay.
So it'll look very similar to what you just saw on the screen. Great minds think alike. Just got stuck in my earring. That was dumb. Okay, so let me do it this way. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Oops, it went inside out, of course.
Oh,
Yes,
pretty.
Oh, very nice.
gorgeous.
There we go.
Awesome. I love it.
It was a lot of fun to do.
Agreed. And even like seeing both of those two from the same yarns, you know, each person is going to put them together just a little bit different, but
Yep.
oh,
Yep.
so great.
Yep.
Awesome. Anybody else want to give a little show and tell? It's fine if not. We can transition and oh, Wendy, let's see. You're muted right now. Hold on. While I spotlight you, you try to unmute. Look at that.
Bing.
Oh, that's
Trying
pretty.
to get to the meandering lace, which is the darker purple, so it looks very
Yes.
Easter egg-like.
Oh, it's beautiful. So many beautiful colors together.
Yeah, so part of it is Rebel, the plush on the round that I used in my Andrea Mowry shift. And I think you used that in the Scudic, didn't you, Rebel?
Good memory. Yes, I did.
Yes. There's a lot more color in it than I thought, because there's another white yarn with this Pheno set, but I didn't use it because I thought that it was too stark white against the Rebel. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I love
I'll
that.
have it on for Easter.
Yay! Oh, beautiful. Awesome. Anybody else doing show and tell? Oh, Linda, let's have you show and tell next. I see you holding that up. I'm spotlighting you now. Look at that.
Nice.
Bing.
Very pretty.
Oh, yes,
Thank you.
really beautiful with the neutrals as well as those gorgeous fiery
Yeah,
warm purples.
This is where I didn't do so good at seaming. I mean, carrying my yarn. There's a little bump right there that I don't really know what happened. You see it?
Well, you know, if you didn't point it out to us, we wouldn't have seen it, right?
I know, but I know that. I know it's just me, but it's a weird thing. I'm not sure what happened.
Wonder if it was a little bit of a tension issue as you were, you know, trying to make it jogless stripes or something. Were you doing the jogless
Well,
technique or?
I was just carrying the other yarn up behind it, and I think
Oh, yeah.
it's got that little bump in it there, but it's okay.
Sometimes well, wait, actually, let's keep you on the spotlight. Can you give us a little view of your beautiful Scudic Bay too, since you are modeling that gorgeousness?
I'm gonna turn sideways because you
Oh,
can see.
yeah.
Pretty.
And I did
Gorgeous.
better. You know, I made one, took it completely apart, different yarn, and I did much better on this time. I'm happy.
I am thrilled. That is gorgeous on you.
You know, it was worth the redo.
Yay. That's good to hear. And that latte, oh boy, so pretty.
Oh, I love it too.
Beautiful.
What kind of yarn is it?
It's the plush DK from On the Round.
Oh, it is. Wow.
And I was gonna say, you know, with the carrying up along the colors, I don't know if other people have a tip. I kind of like to sort of, let me see if I can show you, like stagger a little bit with my carrying. So I'm trying not to carry always at the same place. So it's a little hard to see because it's, well, let me take off my background blur too. Okay. So the colors are not super contrasty, but see how I kind of like move my line of carry ups to stitches like before or after, and there's still, I mean, of course, you know, we can always tell where our beginning of round is, even if we're trying to jogless stripes and what have you. But anybody else have a tip for that?
So this is how mine looks. See, it's right. It's every one I wrapped it. That's why it's, well, let me turn it. So it's that, yeah, it feels like I seamed it right there.
Hmm. Anybody else have a tip or trick for carrying colors up?
So can you tell me what that means?
Well, yeah, so like when you've got colors that you're going to use again, instead of cutting it and then having to weave in more ends, right? So because we're not all of us love weaving in ends. Some of us do, but maybe not all of us.
Okay.
Any other? Oh, I see Mary Ellen Mortola. Hang on, let me get you in the spotlight, Mary Ellen. Oh, wow.
So I'm still finishing, but I'm matching sort of the end of it to the beginning, so
Yay.
bringing those colors together. What was fun with this yarn, because it was the variegated here in the middle, that had some of this light blue in the colorful part. And then
Gorgeous.
also I used it up here because it had some of the dark blue in it. So anyway, that's what, and I had like a sort of a white one here, but I also had this beigey one, and I thought that went better than doing like a stark white in the middle.
Ah.
So
Oh, it's stunning. I love that.
I love it. I can't wait to finish. Almost there. Almost.
You got this. Let's see. Any other? Well, this is cute. On my screen, I've got Liz and Gloria right next to each other. You're just sitting right next to each other on the Zoom screen. So that's nice. How's it going for you two?
Well, Liz, what do you have to say?
I only have 5 rows. I will finish it. But I'm very slow.
That's
Well,
okay.
tell
Can
us.
we see your 5 rows, or are you shy? It's okay if you don't want to.
So I'm a really tight knitter. I knit really, really tight. And so I actually had to take it out twice because the twisted cast on, I couldn't I don't know, I couldn't move it. So I just went back to a provisional cast on. So
Great. Yeah, that
That's a good
works.
part.
you see a little better there. But once I like took it out, but then after I tore it out, the yarn got really fuzzy. So then it was like hard to see my
Right.
stitches. But I think like last night I finally like hit my stride. So
You
now
hit your stride.
yeah, but I was really bummed when I had to rip it all out because it was just like I was like I just couldn't get in there to like move the stitches to like do the next row. So I don't know. I must have done something wrong in the cast on.
I wish
Well,
I'd been there
sometimes
for the
some
ripping out.
people also will will cast on a larger needle. Like if you know that you're maybe, so that is maybe for future. That's something that you could try.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Gloria, were you about to say something?
Oh yeah, I said I wish I had been there for the ripping out. That's my favorite part. When it's somebody else's.
She loves to rip out my knitting. I come home and I'm like, I don't know what I did. And she's like, time to rip it out.
So Gloria, how's yours coming along? It looks like you've got some progress with your lace. Nice.
Yeah, I'm a little further.
Beautiful.
I'm doing the big stripes.
Nice. Oh, great. Gorgeous.
That looks really pretty.
Really pretty. Anybody else with the progress report or show and tell? Gwen, hello. Let me just get you
pretty.
spotlighted. Hold it right up. Oh,
That's
yes.
pretty.
Hmm.
Nice
And
job.
that's the cottage fingering, right?
Yes. On the end.
Mm-hmm. So pretty.
Yep. Thank you.
Gorgeous. I love that. Well, Teresa, can I call on you? Because Teresa said she's made 2 and this is her 3rd that she's working on. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just on the leaves section right now, but I'm really loving this green.
With the leaves? Oh my God.
So it'll be done in a week.
I love it. Are you doing gift knitting or?
Yep, all of them are gonna be gifts.
Yay. Gorgeous work. I'm on my second one, the one that I was working on for the shop.
Ooh.
So I've got a pheno. Oh God, the stupid blurred background because I'm in the guest room right now. So didn't necessarily want you to like see all that. But anyway, so I as is kind of typical, as I've heard a couple knitters talk about, where sometimes you decide on a midstream color change. So my big stripes with that sort of pinky orangey was supposed to be the broken rib here. That is the aubergine cottage fingering. And I got a few rounds in and I looked at it and I was like, no, I think I really want to see that dark purple next to this gold. I think that's going to be very fun. So I've got that going. And, just because it's fun to learn new things, I decided that maybe I would try the Norwegian style of knitting. So continental style, holding yarn in your left. It's a little bit different because your left finger is not sort of pointing out, but kind of curved gently around your needle. And I thought, well, maybe during this broken rib section, it's dark yarn. So if I really mess things up, you won't be able to see it that much. But, just it's the pearl, it still feels real weird. But I'm giving it a go, why not? Anybody else want to share theirs or show progress or anything? Fine if not.
I have my second one I'm working on.
Oh, let's see. Oh gosh, yes.
This is the winter solstice one, and it has this bright yellow in it. And I did the same thing you did. I started to do green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow. I was like, that's not going to work. So I put the purple in between, and I like the way it worked out. It softened the yellow, but still is bright.
It's absolutely stunning.
So
I love that set.
here I am with that one. And now I'm undoing
Yay.
because I wasn't paying attention, which is so typical.
Oh darn. Yes.
All right.
It happens.
That's all right.
It happens.
I've done it a lot in both of these.
Yes. Yeah, there is that. The
One of
kind
the
of time it
One of the things I wanted to share when I do my cast on, because I do a tight cast on, I am a very loose knitter, but my cast on is very tight. So what I saw somewhere, and I can't remember where I saw it, you use the needle that you're going to cast on with, and then you use a smaller needle to hold the two together. And then that helps to give you that looser cast on, and your needle's already there. You only have to pull the other one out. So I thought
super smart.
I thought that was a great idea.
Great.
I do it a lot
Thanks
now.
for that. Good thought. So like maybe you'd put like slide a 1 in there or something or
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, depending on, like, I saw where they had, one of the things they did, they actually used the same size needle, but I thought that would be too big. So I use just a smaller needle, depending on what I'm working on,
Well, that is awesome. Love to hear the tips. All right, are we ready for the slideshow? Okay. Well, there's a funny part in it, but I'm not going to spoil the surprise. All right, let's see. I'm going to share my screen. Get to iMovie. All right, here we go. Oh, nope, I need to have it be big. Okay. Yay! Hooray! So nice to see you, right?
Yeah.
All right, now I have to
Amazing, all
find
the
them.
different colors, all the different colors, the different ways of putting colors together.
Yes,
The
right?
colors are they're all gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay, you know when you're in Zoom, this happens to me every time, and I'm like, oh my God, where did everybody else go? Okay, whew, here you are. Oh my goodness. I know, it was so nice to see what everybody did. And I don't know if you caught that one slide where mystery knitter, I have a beautiful soul warmer picture, and I know it's a local knitter because it was clearly in the shop, and I don't remember whose it is. So I'm like, it's so beautiful. I want to attribute the knitter. So hopefully we'll put it on YouTube and maybe the knitter will see it and they'll tell me and I can put a little note in there. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm getting ready to do my tubular bind off.
Ooh, hold it. I'm going to spotlight you. So let's have you hold that baby up. Oh, this is so pretty in person. Oh my God. And it's gorgeous right here too.
And
Wow.
the same color story as so many others. This is not what I planned, but I'm very pleased. I was gonna have blues and greens in here too, and no, I'm really happy with this.
Well, you listened to your soul and it took you in a different direction.
There you have it. Yeah, but now with the next knit along coming up, I had already purchased yarn that would have been fine, I think, for the shirt. And then I bought more today.
A likely story. It happens, right?
Yeah, it happens too often,
Well, tell
but
me
it's
what
all
you
good.
picked then.
Hmm?
What yarn did you pick? What was the one that you went with?
I had already purchased some Tilly. I picked that up
Oh
Sunday.
yeah, last weekend. Yep.
Yeah, and I also got some of the Coast stuff in the worsted for a different pattern that I have. So I ordered more Tilly in a different color, and I don't even remember what the other one is that I just got. Oh, I bought the second pattern too. I got the fingering weight pattern that's very similar because I really liked the eyelets in it, and I
Oh,
like the hem,
cool.
like the ribbing at the
Nice.
waist. I really like that, so I'm like, oh, I'll make another one of those too. So,
Awesome. Great news.
and if I don't, my sister-in-law, who has no yarn budget, loves me very much because everything that I know I'm not actually going to make, I send it to her.
Well, that's
So,
awesome. That works out, right?
yeah. So I don't really have any guilt if I buy more yarn than I'm going to use because I'm giving it away to somebody who is a prolific knitter and crocheter, and I'm happy about that.
Well, and you're pretty prolific yourself, I'll just say that. But yeah.
I think I'm slow.
I have a question about the next knit along. Can I ask it?
You sure can.
So, I looked at the pattern and one of the yarns is and I don't say it right, tin line or tine lean.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hold that double in the pattern?
I am gonna look.
I looked that up and yeah, you do. It's held double because it's a fine. I use that on another tank that I made. It's very fine. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
think
it does.
that's
It
what I
does.
used on my anchor because I was gonna make another anchor, but I think what I'm gonna do is do this knit along with that.
The
Um,
tin
when I
line also makes a DK because I
Mhm.
already had that. So I said, oh, I'm going to use this, which it sounds like it should be fine to use their DK.
The in the pattern it does say the tin line is held double.
Okay. I hadn't bought the pattern yet. I could have answered that question.
Oh, that's
myself.
okay.
All right.
I brought my pattern handy because I thought there might be some questions. Yes, Heidi, hi.
Hi, you think we can actually get that piece done in 1 month?
This one is going to actually be 2 months, so it's going to be
Oh.
April and May, because we know that some people might want to do a long sleeve. That's going to take more time. We know that some folks like to do
Okay.
a couple of the same pattern within the same knit along. Some people might start with the short sleeve and then move to long sleeve. Yeah.
I barely got this done in a month, so I didn't think I'd be able to. All right, that's good to know.
Yeah, and it's a thicker yarn. You know, the DK is a little thicker, so that will go. And you know, it's a nice, it's what we're so excited because it's got, you know, those textures up at the top yoke. And then of course, you know, once you get to the body, you're easy peasy knitting and around for a while, and then you get to do a sleeve. So, or sleeveless with the t-shirt option, which is so fun.
All right, good to know. Thanks.
Yeah, hope you'll join us for that.
Well, now I think I will.
Yay!
I'm just gonna say this out loud again. So I need twice as much yarn, right?
Yes.
It tells
So
you
what,
in the
so,
pattern.
sorry, say again.
Me?
Wendy, did you say something?
Yeah, I said it tells you in the pattern when you look down for the line, it gives you double the amount.
Okay, okay,
I was reading it today and that's what I read. Because then
okay.
when
Which is so,
the yarn
I think
had,
it's like one of those nice things about this pattern designer that I'm already loving is that she seems to do some of the work for us.
I'm just not used to that.
I know, right? So
Uh-huh.
yeah, is it on the Ravelry page, Wendy, that you saw the line yarns help? Yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
right. Because in
Yes.
the paper pattern, I'm not. There's a note that's in the paper pattern that says the yarn calculations are based on the lore from the fiber company. So anyway, but on the Ravelry page, I thought I saw that as well, that it was calculated out. iPhone has a hand raised. iPhone, you want to hop on?
It's Sue. I have no camera on because I'm actually winding yarn while you all were talking. I stopped and stood and kept winding while I was watching the slideshow, which was actually kind of challenging. I'm thinking about joining the Sea Haven KAL too.
Yeah.
My question, and I'm not a really good garment knitter. Like this will be my second sweater. It didn't look like there was any shaping. I have the pattern and I didn't see any raglan shaping, but what I noticed in a lot of the pictures, in the completed pictures, there was a lot of bunching by the underarm where the yoke is. For people who have more of a clue than I do, is that because it's a deeper depth of yoke that's causing that, or is it raglan shoulder armhole shaping that's causing that?
So there's no, so what you're saying, so there is no, as far as I can tell, it's a round yoke completely, and there's no added raglan shaping.
Right.
Like in the Anker's summer shirt that we knit last spring, she included just a few rounds of some raglan shaping right at the underarm to add some shape. And so it could also be like I'm noticing the bunching more in the long sleeve version. The tee didn't look so much to me that way, and I'm wondering two things. One, yarn, because that's the tin line is the cotton linen, and also the short sleeve too is going to hang a little differently. But some of our knitters who sort of like know about like, hey, I might add a few little raglan decreases right at that underarm. That's a pretty easy modification to make. We might have people that choose to do that. But the other thing is ease, because I noticed that long sleeve one looked like there was more ease on the knitter, and especially on the Ravelry picture, I think that showed Jen, the designer who was modeling it, she was like in front of the mountainscape. And I think she noted in that picture somehow that she was wearing that sweater over a few other things. So it could also be ease that she was, the long sleeve version was a larger size for her bust. Does that help? at all?
Yeah, I just happened to notice it, and I thought, the last thing I want to do is to get to a certain point, and go, oh God, look at it bunch under my arm. I don't want a bunch under my
Right.
arm.
Yep.
Right. So that was the one thing that just, and I know raglan shaping will help some of that, but I also know, just because I've heard and I'm learning slowly, but a deep yoke could also cause that problem.
Yep.
So
Yep.
just curious. And some people eliminated, that made the sweater had eliminated that last section on the yoke. And I don't
Yep,
know if that's why. I think that's why, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, I saw that too. Cause like when I look at the header picture of her in the green long sleeve, like where it falls, where that last repeat falls, it looks like there's some more, more rounds below that as well. And so when I see that, I'm like, I wonder if that's where, if I were adding some raglan shaping, I would just throw them in right there under that last repeat. But the designer so far has been super like communicative, and we're talking about getting her on a Zoom with us, and I might just shoot her that question. It's a great one.
And that'd be great. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. And Sue, remind me of your last name again, just so I can make a note of that in my book.
That's okay. It's Briette. Brie like the
Yeah.
cheese at Vet French,
Yep.
And I'm from New Hampshire.
Okay. And are you in our system so I could look up your email later?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I will do that.
I just have to decide what yarn, and then I'm going to call y'all and make that purchase.
Awesome. Cool. Any other thoughts, questions on either the soul warmer or the next one to come?
I had
I
bought,
just
I bought the Tilly back when you guys first showed it on the website, and I think I'm going to use it for sweater, like perfect time. I didn't know what I was going to use it for. Now I do.
That is going to be so beautiful. And yeah, and I know Jennifer, you might have another one too. What I want, yeah, remind us of your color. Oh yeah. Okay,
Oh yeah,
sorry.
that was pretty.
Just hold that right back up again. Let me see the color. Oh, is it that beautiful, like, oh yes. Kind of a like a beautiful
cozy blue green.
Yes.
Yeah.
So nice.
I went to go buy another skein today and it's already gone. This color. So I got blue too.
Nice. Well, I thought that I wanted to do a long sleeve version because I don't really have besides for my Scudic Bay, I don't have a like DK pullover. So I thought long sleeve for me, and it's the West Yorkshire, oh, stupid blurry background again. It's the West Yorkshire Spinners Fleece BFL that I've been like dying to use. And I know Teresa's on here, she's used it, and it's the really gorgeous like forest green. And I actually, one of our local knitters did her Scudic Bay in this forest green, and it just looked phenomenal. So, yay.
I'm gonna go get my yarn. I'll be right back.
Oh, exciting. Sue, is your hand raised because you have another question, or maybe you didn't unraise it, possibly because you're too busy winding yarn?
Oops. I'll put it down. Thank
That's
you.
okay. I just didn't want to be ignoring you.
No, it's all right. Thanks.
Oh, that's so pretty.
This
That's very
is
pretty.
Oh, hold on. I gotta spotlight this. This is good. Ooh, yes.
Nice.
it is thin, but it's
Nice
nice.
color.
I like
Gorgeous. Will make such a nice breezy little tea for the summer.
Yeah, I'm thinking about putting maybe elbow length sleeves in it because I don't like my old lady arms anymore.
Yeah, 3/4 is a great length. And then you can wear it more seasons, I guess, too.
Is there instructions to make it 3/4 length?
So she gives you instructions. There's a lot of options for choice in this sweater, Heidi, which is so cool. So there's some options for your neck ribbing and stuff. And so she gives you instructions for short or long sleeves. So probably if you were going to do a 3/4, we would just help you out with your yardage a little bit, but you just sort of probably stop a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Yep.
So one of the last Zooms we had, Iris, you had on that cobblestone pullover that you had loved and worn so much. And so I looked it up and oh my God, the pattern I thought was ridiculous. It was $20 or something. But of course, I had to have it. So I did end up buying, I think it was $20 on Ravelry, but I ended up buying it on Interweave's site, direct, and it was not so bad, $8 anyway. So I'm making it for my husband. I'm gonna get
Oh, that's
right
so
here.
fun.
But it's not a Tweety yarn. It's the yarn that I bought. It's Kathmandu that I bought to knit this Scudic Bay. But when you had the sale at the end of February, I put this aside and replaced it with a latte. But this is going to be his sweater. I love it. It's a fun pattern.
Well, when I looked up that pattern again, I was also shocked because there's no way that when I made that sweater, it was years ago and I was definitely really paying attention to every penny. And I'm like, there's
Right.
no way it costs that much, even in whatever year dollars that was. And then also I was so shocked because I think there's only 5 sizes, which in today's terms is
I know.
yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was ridiculous. I kept thinking it was for a book. Nope, just one pattern.
We may have had a small discussion in the shop saying well, maybe that's what it's like to be a male designer. You just set your price.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I'm
what was the name
excited
of
that
that?
you're knitting that. Oh, it's the cobblestone pullover by Jared Flood.
Jared Flood.
And
Okay,
so
thank you.
that garter stitch goes up the side. Does it go down the side of the sleeve too? I can't remember.
No.
Oh, it's just up to there. But you make it just like you make the Carbeth, where you go bottom up and then you make the sleeves and you put it all on a big round and then do the neck.
It was probably the last time I did that technique was that sweater, actually.
Well, I don't care for this technique. I couldn't believe it when I bought the pattern and that was its technique. It's hard to size, I think. Because you don't know where your armpit's gonna be or where that's the mystery part.
That's the mystery, all right. Anybody else have any knitting projects that you're dreaming about besides our next knit along, maybe? Or whatever it might be for you.
Well, I have one quick story about the lady who was winding yarn
Yeah.
with her screen off. So I was hand winding yarn. I normally do it with a Swift, but I was hand winding the other day, and my iWatch thought that I was doing an elliptical workout. I was
That's our
not.
kind of exercise.
Right, right. Thought that was funny.
I like it when it says to you, "Are you working out right now?"
Yeah.
Yes, well, I am I think going to do a video of that long tail technique that you shared, Linda. That's so cool. So I'm gonna wind this as a center pull, and maybe I'll do that video, and there'll be the first technique video in our next knit along YouTube playlist.
That's what I did on the cobblestone. It worked great. And then you just cut the thread and there you go.
Amazing.
And you've
I
got
always
two,
said,
yeah, here's where I started. I have 3 threads, see, to weave in. Yeah, 3.
nice. Awesome. I always thought that would be the superpower of choice as a knitter, is like ability to correctly estimate my long tail for the long tail cast on. But then now I don't need that superpower, so I can go on to dream up a different one.
That's right. Don't waste it.
I want. Leslie, can we see your finished soul warmer? Will you hold that up for us? We didn't get to before.
Did you say Leslie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Can you?
Uh-oh. Oh, you totally disappeared because, oh, there we go. Yes. Oh, nice. Love it.
Yeah, I like it a lot. But everybody else, the way y'all did some of your colors with this fall in love fade, I may like y'all's better.
I've never seen one that I don't like yet.
This is
I
true.
think
They
that's
all look amazing.
pretty gorgeous.
I'm happy with mine, but I must admit that I've also had, what's the name of this again? Soul Warmer KAL envy of other colorways too.
Me too.
I think it was, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I bought another group of the little mini skeins to do a second one, but started a sweater before starting another KAL, so it's on the way.
Oh, look at that. And so tell us about the next sweater that you're knitting. We want to hear everything.
Oh, it's is it the Sunday sweater, petite knit?
Oh, yeah. Hold on, let me spotlight you. Get that right up there. Oh, yes. I've seen that.
I've had my eye on this one forever and just never done it. So
And are you
decided I would-
holding the yarn with the fuzzy like she likes you to?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very soft.
It's a beautiful color too. Nice warm neutral. I just somebody in the shop just said that I guess Petite Knit has reached 1 million followers on Instagram.
Wow.
Holy
So
cow.
she's having a moment.
Did you reach
I'm
1,000 yet?
I'm sure it's the
We're
author. Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, finish.
I think we're on the YouTube channel. We're like just 1 or 2 followers away from 1,000. I didn't check today, but yeah.
Wow.
You go ahead, Linda. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say it was the anchor and the Sophie scarf that pushed her over the edge. I think it was probably the Sophie scarf.
Yes.
I do love her
Definitely.
There's
pattern.
probably a billion of those made.
Well, and as we've, said when we did the anchor, which we loved, the final, but there were definitely some parts in her patterns that I don't love, and I know that part of that is probably translation and what have you. But for me, I'm a kind of a formatting nerd, and there are just times in the pattern, And I think there was one particular place in the Anchors where I was like, there was this very important, maybe one sentence worth of directions that was kind of buried at the end of a paragraph. And I was like, I think I took a picture of my notes and I circled and I highlighted it, and I was like, you guys, this is important. Don't miss it, but you might miss it because I mean, I think I missed it the first time. But you're like, just put it on another line with a couple spaces between.
Yep, yep.
That's what happened to me with the Carbeth for sizing. Like I didn't read the little paragraph at the bottom of the sizing chart. And if I had, I would have made the bigger size to start with.
So I bought a pattern on Ravelry the other day, and when it downloaded, I had two versions, and they had different extensions, you know, like a sub extension of the file name. And so I printed them both out, and there were 8 pages. So I'm looking, I can't possibly compare them word for word, but they were off, you know, like the page 2 started differently. And so I sent an email to the designer, and I said, you know, can you just sort of tell me what the difference is quickly so I don't have to figure it out? And she said, oh, there should only be one. The latter's better formatting. And so she took the first one down. I was like, thank God I asked, because I would have been, I don't know that I would have started knitting it. But anyway.
You helped everyone else too, because
I hope so.
cleaned it up.
I hope so.
Well, I was just talking to our designer friend, Alice Dunn Smith of the Scudic Bay fame and a lot of our other favorite patterns that we have in the shop. And boy, she's got a lot of fun stuff going on. She's got a lot of irons in the designing fire right now. So we'll have to keep our eyes on her and pay attention to some cool stuff she's working on. So exciting.
You know, the Scudic Bay. So the first Scudic Bay I knitted, I don't remember the number of the size I made, but it was slightly more than what I measured, you know, but the pattern very clearly says it's better with negative eaves, but I didn't believe it, you know. And I think you said that too, Iris, when we started, that, you know, never have you ever knitted anything with negative eaves. But I did. I mean, I did exactly like it said on the second time. And, you know, it doesn't meet in the center, but it's not supposed to, you know. It's not a button over plackety thing. But it was stressful thinking about if it, you know, wasn't going to fit.
Yep. I had that. And if I had not had the opportunity to try on the one that Alice brought to the shop, that was the size that I ended up making, I wouldn't have believed it myself. I was like, wait, what? This is that 40? No, I can't. Yeah, but anyway, so it is. It's a good pattern. I can't wait to start wearing mine once the weather eventually gets warm enough for that.
When's that gonna be?
I don't know. It's just dismal. And we had such a wild storm here in Maine over the weekend, as Jennifer knows. It
No
was
power.
I had no power for like 2 days, and all the trees were just covered with ice and, you know, tinkling. You know, you'd hear the little tinkling as the trees moved, a lot of damage to trees. Falling down on the roads and stuff. So kind of wild spring, but you know, kind of typical for March in Maine to be a little wacky.
2 weeks ago, we had 70-degree weather. And now that I'm on spring break, we have 40-degree weather and rain.
Ooh. That's a little tough.
Yeah. Although rainy days are good knitting days.
And how long is your spring break?
So sorry, I got a cold on break too.
Great.
This whole week, and then I have 2 days after Easter, because we have 4 emergency days that have to be tacked in somewhere, and so one of them will get to our break.
All right.
So it's actually okay, you know.
Except for the getting a cold on your vacation part. I don't think that's okay.
No, no, it's not.
Like I always, you know, having worked in the school, and you know, inevitably we'd come back from break and people would share, and a lot of people get sick over their breaks because they just sort of hold it together and then they get sick on break. And I'm always like, just feels like you should get those days back. Like if
Yes.
if it was school, you would have had sick days, but no, you just got to have a vacation and be sick.
Yeah. But I don't have to write lesson plans and be out. So, you know, you got to find the positive somewhere.
I forget, what level do you teach?
6th grade. So they're like 11,
Yeah.
12-year-old preteens.
My husband is an 8th grade math teacher.
Ah,
Bless
yes.
his heart.
Yeah, totally.
His major goals are like, well, I just mostly would like them to not hate math or feel tortured by it by the
Yep.
end of the year.
Yep. I finished the holes. I could stop doing the holes. I hate the
Woo-woo!
holes.
They look so cool, but yeah, it's a little bit of paying attention, and I definitely made some mistakes in that area, even though it's like sort of simple, but also clearly not simple enough for me.
No, I found that if I used my chain row counter, it helped me keep track of where I was.
Oh, that's smart.
And also this pattern I found is pretty forgiving if you do make a mistake. You know, if something's not quite right, you can do a little bit of a like a fudge in there and, you know, kind of take the gremlins away.
I was just watching Stephen West had a newer video that I was watching this morning while I was eating breakfast, and about, you know, needles, different, you know, preferences for needles. And I just like love his manner so much. You know, he's such a fun, positive person to listen to, and so enthusiastic and relaxed. And I think he said something like, well, he was just giving some like for him. He's like, I always buy a 40-inch. I make a lot of shawls, you know, 40-inch and magic loop. You can do anything with it. And but what did he say? Like, you know, I just usually if I'm buying needles, I just buy an extra size 4 in a 40-inch just because I know I'll need it, because I have other projects with those other 4s on it. It's fine, you know, no stress. Just like buy another needle. But we all have our favorites, right? Are sort of the size of needles that we tend to gravitate towards. And if you have a lot of projects, those needles might be otherwise occupied when you want them.
I got lucky. My husband bought me the Chowgu set. He got me that for my birthday.
Nice. I think my husband got me a Chowgu needle set for a birthday a few years ago. It's definitely like one of my most used presents ever.
Good to know. Yeah, I haven't taken it out yet because everything is already on needles. I don't want to change in the middle because even if it's the same size, they feel different. So I didn't want to mess.
Yeah.
My husband got me the Forte set for our anniversary after we agreed to not get each other anything for our anniversary. So,
We love
I'm sure you
him.
forgave him, right?
yeah, he had a pretty fun. He talked to all the goat ladies a lot. So now today, this morning, he said, hey, there's a new knit along coming, because he's on the mailing list.
That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah, when we're up in Maine, we'll go in. He'll go in with me. He'll look around, and then he'll go buy something, and then he'll leave. I'm like, cool.
That is definitely a supportive partner. I think sometimes it's hard for me to watch when I can see a couple and clearly like one is the knitter or crocheter and one is not, and like the knot is just sort of like drumming their fingers even if they're not drumming their fingers. And I just always sort of want to go around and be like, there's a coffee place just up the street, like, or walk down and see the boats.
Yep. Grab an ice cream next door.
Yeah, grab an ice cream. Your person needs time here. Well, one fun thing this week was I got to sit in on a meeting with the gals who organized the Fiberside summer crawl, like the Fiberside chat folks from the Longmont yarn shop. And then in the summer, they do the summer crawl where, the different yarn stores are featured and you can buy the pass and then tune in. And it's kind of like this fun, nerdy, like, let's virtually visit yarn stores all around the country and even in Canada. And they had some great ideas this year, and we're definitely going to participate. I think Kristen and I will be in the very first like kick off the Fiberside summer crawl, like that very first one in early July. Get it over with early while we still have energy before the summer makes us too tired and crazed. Yeah, but they have great ideas, and I think one of the things that like there's they have a pattern that comes along, like when you buy the pass you get access to like a special pattern. And anyway, so yeah, that'll be coming. We'll have the main yarn cruise again and all sorts of fun stuff.
I need you to do the finish along again because I bought so much yarn during the summer yarn crawl that I haven't made the projects I picked out for them yet.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'm gonna make a note of it because that's definitely something that we've talked about. Like, should we do the finish along again? And your vote is yes. So it was fun for us too, and nice to keep our little Zoom group going and see the people on Zoom and also encourage each other and have a little motivation to get back to some of those projects that we have set aside.
Well, and one thing I like is like seeing everybody's project, because I would have never known about the cobblestone sweater had you not been wearing it that time and we talked about it.
It is. There's no shortage of inspiration, which is both the joy and sometimes the challenge because we get distracted by all the good stuff.
Yeah, I don't have enough time to knit.
Someone was saying that their employer gifts them a really nice cashmere goat gift card because they know that they're a knitter. So sweet. And so then this person was like, well, yeah, but now the problem is my job is interfering with my knitting, and but I have to keep doing my job if I want another gift card gift. Oh.
We had a last year, and I'm hoping I get to do it again this year. One of my teammates at work, she's a big crocheter. She does a lot of those. Amigurumi things.
Oh yeah.
So she's a big crocheter, and on our superintendent's conference day in the spring, the third session is like they kind of call it a wellness session, and they ask us to step in and facilitate something, right? If we want to, we don't have to. And last year I got it in my head, what if my colleague and I decided to do something with yarn, so knitting, crochet, whatever. So we did that, we wrote it up, and we had about, I don't know, 15 people sign up for it. And really the idea we had was bring your project and just sit around and knit, or crochet, or somebody brought their cross stitch. There were a few people that came wanting to learn. Most of them wanted to crochet, which was fine with me. I wasn't sure how I was going to teach a bunch of people to knit in that short period of time. But it worked out great, and it was just really kind of relaxing. So I'm hoping I'll get to do that again and see if
That's awesome. So was it just your one school or multiple
It was
schools in
our
your district?
district. It was
Hmm.
our district. We have 3 elementary schools, a middle school, and a high school. So it was open to all levels. So it was
I
good.
love that.
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden I'm looking at my clock. It's like 6 o'clock. But before we hop off here, how about we do a group Zoom picture? Are people comfortable with that? If you're not comfortable, you can totally feel fine to turn off your camera. No worries. But if we can get our soul warmers on and plump up our soul warmers. Yes, hold it up, Liz. You got it. And I will get ready. So we'll do I'll do like 1, 2, 3, go. All right, so let me get my screenshot ready. All right, so 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Thank you for that. Beautiful. Thank you all so much for coming. Kristen wasn't able to be here, but she wanted to be sure that I thanked you as well for participating. We love having this virtual group. It's really nice to see all of your faces and stay connected and have some new folks join us this time around. So we hope you had fun, and I hope you'll join us again for another knit along soon. And maybe we'll see you as you make your travels over the summer up to the goat too, or maybe we'll see you on the next knit along. Yeah. Good night.
Thanks, Iris. Take care,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you
Bye,
so
everyone.
much.
Bye-bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye-bye.